towards this A site. And they're going to be feeling towards Arch first and foremost. Now there is this rotation from Glow over towards the B site, despite there being no presence shown. And despite so little of Stewie being shown, he's already lost his head. First casualty comes into the favor of MVP. The execution towards the site immediately flexes on to 2 players for the defense. They are down. And it's 3 MVP players to rotate through middle, quickly trying to get back into the site.
Yeah, they've taken their time, and that's because they denied themselves a lot of information. So the B stack does not pay off, and they are elephant footing it across to A. Now conjoined to the hip, decided to push up lane together. But MIBR are very comfortable in their spots as they now suddenly push in and fight the USPs. Coldzera from his favorites. Presence is forfeited by the CTs. An ultra passive setup. The rotations have gone haywire. I mean, if you do this too often, you give up the ability to hold on to forward aggressive map control. At this moment, MVP are kind of, it feels like phoning it in a little bit, playing it by ear, giving their attention to either their reads or to, I guess, whatever little bit of information is given to them by MIBR.
Nice play. Good flash blinds Tarek. Loses the duel inside of the apartment. Now, Zion's sitting just outside of the doorway. He will have that safety and a flash primed for the popping in anticipation for MIBR's arrival. But in which direction will it come is the question they ask themselves. It could be a split or it could be a commitment off of only one side of these brackets. Despite that being a CT smoke, Zeph doesn't want to sit on the other side of it. He had his eyes over towards CT spawn to ensure that no flank was inbound, but 30 seconds left means MIBR are really playing against the clock here. Remember, there are 2 defenders within this bomb site, kerneled upon it. That's going to be Glow and Zeta, and then you've got the support up from Balk. Fully blind is Zine. He now looks down and finds himself the kill. That is just so damn convincing. As the pause comes to a close, we're going to go right back into a banana clash. There's heavy presence here from the CT side. Not that it's going to stop MIBR, because already Tarek and Stu combined for 2. And Solo, who was alone, now has a support in the form of his teammate Glow. He's arrived through CT spawn. They've turned MIBR away for at least a little moment. They will maintain that banana control as for anchored apps this entire time. Bomb floating towards ramp, and the options are open.
In the midst of the banana flambe, MIBR turn up the heat, peek right through the smoke, and get thoroughly aggressive. Stewie even trying to follow up on that second kill and attempted to hit a pre-fire on an Opper in CT. A bold move. Solo was prepared. But you can see that they definitely still want to keep MVP at arm's length. You know, they want to take them seriously, but they also want to let them know that they don't think that they're better than them.
Good flashbang for Solo, but it's going to be his vision regained just in the nick of time. Gets himself a second. These T's can't quite get past him, and the Flames aren't going to help them whatsoever. 20 seconds left for them to try and make this work. Smoke could allow for them to go for the cross, or they head over the box. Now, they don't know if spawn is clear, and at this moment it is. It's the double commitment from MVP within this bomb site. Just waiting patiently. Solo, he wants himself another frag, and it's going to have to be the inevitable jump up. Misses the shot. 7 seconds left. They need this plant right now. Glow has to die, and Fur, with Fallen, managed to make that happen, and the 3rd kill is the
kind of failing to have the dominance that they did as they did versus Flash yesterday on this very same map. But but MVP had a really nice rifle round in one of these rounds to show for it. Now it's a lot of pressure up mid. The arch wrap is imminent. Stewie goes 1 for 1, instantly traded by Glow, who gets 2, and Fallen answers back. Zingwow, who is the monster who got multiple 3Ks in yesterday's matches, is here in the pit in the most important A position as a solo site holder. Just so happens to have 3 opponents left.
Zeph wants to get himself into position, but you can already see that Tarek is wary of this kind of a play.
Yeah, and this is when it comes down to timing, you know. When is he on patrol? When does he give up?
Oh, this is going to be a pinch inside of the apps. Zine can grab attention. Oh, he's right in a perfect moment to strike Zep. Yes, most certainly. Zeta, whoa. Right through flames, loses 30 points of his health, but he is going to be in a position to try and contest with Stewie. It is the T side to get the best of things, but Zeph and Solo still in position. Dinked is Solo. He's going to have to try and retreat, and of course MIBR will give chase confidently, but also consciously remembering that there could be a trap. Coldzera tagged, still fallen, able to get himself another casualty versus MVP. And it's a 5v3 despite so much health being gone for the Brazilians.
As they get the kill, they decide to regroup. Will it result in overthinking? We don't know, although there are 5 alive between 4 players. They have roughly 100 HP, so they are easily meltable. And that's a good clear. Fur comes out strong, but all the remaining players that are so low are instantly taken off the map.
That's so smooth, just nice burst fire. 2-3 shots at a time, hits the targets straight through the chest. And with one swift spray, it seems as though things are nearly equal. Stewie just hanging on by a thread. Solo still outnumbered. He's got the kit, so time can be played a little more patiently. If only he had a Molotov or a frag to try and chuck back towards that pit, it would make his job easier. Hell, a smoke grenade could block off bomb, but that's not going to be a part of this reality. And the real reality is that time is sinking in. Whoa, there's the headshot. He could still do this. He just needs this kill towards Tarek. Tarek, though, ice in his veins, not going to peek until he knows he can clear the defuse. And he's got this one in the bag. MIBR to 5. It's really that duel tour. In these kinds of ace standoffs, we're consistently finding ourselves with both teams seeking that first frag and neither wanting to give it up. Truly a standoff until these last 30 seconds tend to hit. The utility's starting to fly forward. Tarek just goes down into the pit. And because of the smoke grenades here thrown out from the CTs, he's actually gone unnoticed. But there's a man just in front of him. It's going to be Zine to come back into the pit, and he actually clears Tarek. So now it's on to Fur to try an entry, and with a flashbang, he gets his footing forward, but all the kills seem to go the way of MVP. 10 seconds left. They need the plant, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen unless Fallen gets this now. But, just in the nick of time, Solo disengages, and MVP.
Might even be a tactical loss, which is the most surprising.
Oh man, the heat's kicking up, but Zeph nearly bails them out. Still the duels are won towards Banana. Solo barely gets his way into the bomb site, but safety has been found. Sanctuary sought after. Glow coming over to support as MIBR all of a sudden have to just turn back around. They've left that anchor outside of apps. Coldzera has done this a multiple times. Sometimes it's Fur, sometimes it is him. What's important is that both can do the right job. They keep that mid control in check. But they are going to play spread. And Fur, I mean, he's barely alive. Zine, with an off angle, could easily catch one by surprise. And he sees the Molotov to confirm. So sure enough, there you have it. Next man up is down, and it all falls on Fur. The sole survivor for MIBR, going to be trying to chase kills towards Banana. Molotov denies him any footing here, and remember, he doesn't even have that bomb.
Basically taking this fight for fun at this point. With 3 HP, there are limited ways that he could win this round without MVP completely fluffing this. I mean, there are a few ways out. 20 seconds up. Go for some nice pre-fires. Peek around corners. Pre-fire. See what happens. Jump over an op shot. Just hop over an op shot. 8 seconds left. Jump in for the plants, I guess.
Here looks inevitable. Never sleep on CZs, however. Let that be a lesson. So to the bottom of middle, that Stewie drops 2. Both of the players coming in from the B site have been obliterated, and that's going to recall the bomb towards this side of the map. Stewie wants another, but Tarek gets the kill towards A, so they will just dodge the defense, get away from the threat, plant bomb and pick up the round. They had no business winning this one, Launders.
Both sites got entried. There was not a moment in the round where it seemed like MVP got their feet on the ground. And Solo is now living up to his name. Moves away from the stew box. Into the emo. Solo and emo. Spots a hat. 5 T's pushing up on him, and he just decides to fall to
away from these aggressions, but with the way they're prying down middle, it seemed like they want some duels. coldzera's trying to bait them in. Remember, Fallen and Stewie are still here. CZ up close could be so lethal. Oh, but Zeph gets the drive-by, takes one back between the eyes as Fallen emerges from the corner, and they're going to go for the boost over the wall, which could give Cold one hell of a chance. He taps at the head, gets himself his prize. And they don't even retreat. I figured they'd go back into the bomb site, but they are content to still stick around. Fur going to hear this movement into middle. Finds the tail end of the caboose, but he's not going to be able to stop them from getting a little closer to the bomb site. That's going to put it on Tarek, and he can't connect the headshot either. So a 3v4 turned on its head, and a man advantage for the Koreans. There's no utility for the CTs to try to get back in with. They don't have a kit currently on them. There's a frag for Glow. Again, the headshots just so swift. The moment Mibr are found in the crosshairs, they are then found as corpses on the ground. coldzera hoping somebody crosses inside of the bomb sites, gets the jitterbugs, but nope. Everybody's cool. Finally, they start to move around. He sees the shuffle outwards. And Cold, can he get at least a single parting gift? No, sir.
kind of. So a terror in the hall. So many things coming out. All the ADR for coldzera.
Couple of kills on top of it, but there is still a chance here for MVP. They've been spotted on both sides. Stewie's coming in hot from behind. And I don't know if they realize just how boxed in they are. It's traded back by Zeta, and he's going to try to bail, at least to sell the ruse. He is not, in fact, heading towards B and now fallen.
Coordinated utility on Banana. Not just Molotovs, not just nades, not just smokes.
Oof. Traded right back, fallen on damage control. He has been very consistent towards this B site. And I feel like Fallen, of all people, he always knows when to just disengage. And also do this.
Yeah.
Move forward.
That was
like
great. I mean, the flash was perfect.
Yeah.
And he went right back into it. And, you know, it's the opposite of a dry. It's a wet peak.
Moist.
So wet peak right through the smoke. Through the rolling crowds. The rolling clouds comes the thunder. But he's in and out. He's fallen back now. With the M4 shying just out of sight of this prying scope, lining up a flash from the oranges.
Oh, just as Fur gets himself a kill, but he can't get a second just yet. He could spam through that smoke, but he's only got 6 shots in the mag. And he prioritizes the reload. Good call. Teammates coming over in abundance. As Mibr still hold the man advantage. We're seeing the flashbangs come out from the site itself, and they're being chucked the other way. Smoke not going to help whatsoever. Zion anticipating a peek off of the banana will never find anybody in this direction because the entirety of Mibr reside inside construction. Zeta revealed as he does drop the first body. CT's trying to move in with the Molotov. It's a great way to flush him out, but now Zion's going to try to clutch this, and the time's playing into his favor. He's got the first, but not the next. Tarek's on the bomb, and it's going to be close, but he's got it.
Just in the nick of time. You know, the op is going to be exactly in the same place. But the lineup is just so precise. If he had just been hit in the face, they were thrown a little bit lower. That would have been an op out of the round. Zeph would still be alive. The legend of Zeph would live on. Young Zephe. We'd be talking about Zeph. But now it's 5v4. And now it's the hardest point the hardest thing to do. It's to be 4v5 and to try to find a kill to even up. coldzera might give them a chance, but this is a pretty tight crossfire. Both relatively aggressive, but they are supporting each other so well, and it does get eaten out. They at least deal with it, but there's Terry. Will Fallen be rewarded from this kind of similar spot? How wide will the peak be? Not very.
Whoa.
Wow.
Zeph tries to go hopping forward.
Oh my God.
Fallen with one and two as Stu does the same. He wants that third. The B site is a full house.
Directly into the ground.
Yep. 2 individual plays, catching 4 kills accumulatively. Fallen's not stopping now. 17 and 14 is he. We talked about that kill distribution from Mibr, and he is racking up the frags. coldzera, with the utility in his face, throws down a smoke of his own, and his op shot calls the attention of the 2 Ts here in mid. Tarek's going to try and make the most of this situation, but he doesn't want to gamble all too much.
Fallen grows hungrier, making his way all the way down banana. 3 kills now as he gains map control. And coldzera is totally aware of a potential threat of Zynwell capitalizing through his smoke. Fallen, will he be flanked? It seems like there's no hope. And this will force some pretty hasty rotates. That being said, I mean, there's no chance Zeph wins this, right?
Unless he predicts it, but I highly doubt that. Stewie going to give him a second chance at life. Gives an opening. And he's going to try to catch him coming back from apps, which would be the right call. However, there's a player over towards Graveyard that's here to help. Good synergy there between Tarek and Stu.
Incredibly hard to deal with all of a sudden.
What a complete and utter turnaround.
Oh, they're going through all the fire, flames, and nade damage.
Whoa, and the collateral, why not? This B bomb site is just closed for business. Don't even try. Last man up's going to give it his all. UMP runs dry. Fallen in his corner position with a bomb at his feet and his teammates coming in. Tarek with a shank.